This game does not like being minimized. Hello guys, I'm Hesmiyu, and welcome to another episode, you know what I sound? Another episode of a look at. This time, as you can see, it is the game without within. And I may have forgot to look up the Steam description for it. So bear with me for a minute. Here we go. Vinty has been getting nowhere with her calligraphy. Her confidence has sunk to an all-time low. As life pressures her towards giving up, will she forget why she pursued this craft in the first place? The overall review is very positive at an 88%. This game is also 2.5 years old. It is also a free to play and a 4:3 ratio game. I'll probably add something to these sides, maybe, or maybe forget. Just do my little bars. Oh, there's windowed mode. Okay. Chinese and Japanese. Then I click start. I know nothing about the game. And yes, this is a visual novel. I forgot to mention that. Vinty, 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 Vinty. The chants of my fans echoed through the door in front of me. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Vinty. Once I open this door, we'll head straight for our limo. The guard had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to his crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. A crowd of hundreds raised the cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoo them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on after all. I blew a kiss for these starstruck peasants. Okay, enter works. Miss Vinty, please, let us hurry, my bodyguard said. Too bad for him, I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. A group of reporters managed to roam through the crowd. Then I tiptoed over my guard in hopes of scoring that exclusive. Vinty, how does it feel to have won another Calligrapher of the Year award? Our reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention. Vinty, may I get a photo with you? Can you sign some autographs for my kids and two for me, of course? I can't believe I'm standing this close to Vinty. I know it is in capital letters, it's me shouting, but I'm not going to shout. My fans stamped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled out their pepper spray to keep these fans in check. A young male reached in my direction despite having a spray aimed at his face. Rather admirably for a peasant. I extended a hand for this male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could. Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty! The crowd chanted as my car window pulled up. How odd. They never refer to me as Miss. Let me guess, it's a dream. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty! Dots. Knew it! I think it's done recording of this before. Oh. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in a limousine for a good 30 seconds. In real life, my only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for a car anyway. Actually, a single room with cracked walls might be an insult to the word apartment. Pull up those curtains for a spectacular $1 view, featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tinted with yellow. Just open the window is with the smell of sewage as well. A breathtaking experience. She has a triangle mouth. By the way, sorry, I needed to take back the one room thing. This place actually has 2 rooms. Thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet. That's not counted right. Do your toilet clog 3 times a month, so be careful when using it. Wouldn't be just you using it. What do you eat? Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty! A woman's voice echoed from outside. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock. 6 AM. Waiting another hour or 2 would have been nice. She probably would have wanted to tell me about another rent rise. Nothing ever good came out of that woman's mouth. I'll be better off staying in bed. Already a choice. I did read some reviews. Apparently it's quite easy to get a bad ending. Considering this is a look at, it's not really that bad if I get a bad ending. And apparently this is also quite a short visual novel. I'm going to stay in bed pretending to still sleep. I snuggled back into my blanket. The landlady could knock all she wanted, but my focus was on my calligraphy dreams. I had no time for these common folk matters. A week later. Turned out the landlady was chasing me for my rent. By the time I realised, she had already evicted me. Now I live on the streets with nothing but my calligraphies. The past few nights had been freezing cold, and I ran out of tissues to wipe my runny nose with. To make things worse, I could feel my head heating up for an upcoming fever. Might interest you in buying one of my works? I got a 2-for-1 deal today. Bad end. When I said it's apparently quite easy to get a bad end, I didn't think I meant on the very first choice. But now out with a spectacular fail. Let's retry that. I know what I said about it don't matter if you get a bad ending, but it only took 9 minutes. That's quick even for me. I will skip until we get to that decision point. Here we go. Take 2. Rise and shine. Oh, my voice. Come in. As I changed into something more appropriate, the landlady still kept knocking. I said I was coming, did I not? Maybe I should walk out naked if that was what she took. If this were a game, we might get a sale boost too. Oh, Vinty. She looks happy. Nice music. I sure as heck hope it isn't copyrighted. Like a little bit more than my last I look at. Or the one before, the one with Saints Row. Good morning, Miss Vinty, the landlady said. I must ask, what's with that hair? Looks like you just woke up. That's because I did. It's a race for young ladies like you to seek away your youth. The landlady shook her head. Isn't it 6 AM? She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her, but decided against it, as doing so would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I raised her, she was grasping into Vinty flavoured pancake. Sounds tasty. Miss Vinty, the rent was due 3 days ago. Oh, well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, madam. My next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning. The landlady grunted. Alright. Just note that if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live. She spun around to leave. Once she disappeared down behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of my control to fall off. I tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wool fragments flaking off. Great. The landlady would make me pay for that next month. Once I become an accomplished calligrapher, she would beg for a chance to shine my shoe. Hey, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. I would follow in their footsteps, but first I need to put in the work, while I need to get a little drink. There we go. Just the rest of my cup of tea. Without, within. And so I returned to the busy street in my area. With my calligraphy spread before me, I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared behind me, mixed with people shouting things about each other's mothers. These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. Just one of the many things I dealt with in the name of art. Pedestrians took up almost every inch of space on the street ahead. Surely, this would be the day when somebody spotted my talent. Dots. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered by praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people you reach out to will buy your work. I could live with that, even just 1%. Please, anything but 0. I wanted to scream at these people. I had no idea how much sweat I poured into these calligraphies. Another choice. Will the first one I pick cause me to get a bad end again? Let's persevere. I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in one in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, Someone who spared more than a moment with my work. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You're charging for these? I managed a tiny nod. Also just noticed her hat. And the fact that if anything she looks like a bobblehead with the head to body proportion. The man snorted. I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen. Troll the line with one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. Nothing of good will come of that. So restrain. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chucking it in my face, the man started off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I'd wasted all this time over nothing. Yet if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes and closed my fist to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had a lost child on our hands. She saw some pedestrians shouting glances, but none of them offered more than that. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphy to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. If you got a good enough boss, they will understand. Like when I came across a dead body on my way to work. That happened a couple of years ago. I may have said about it before. Let's help. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I will be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you do the mummy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost mummy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed to nod at least, and I whispered good boy into his ear. What's your mummy's name? Oh, Hungry. Her name is Hungry? The boy's tummy growled and I realized what he meant. Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich? The kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually. I want ice cream. And so ice cream it was. One for him and one for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than letting half of it melt on his shirt. Jessie, the boy said. That's Mummy's name. I called out his mother's name as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever. Enough to make me blush, in fact. Maybe I should try starting gestures at random next time I saw my calligraphies. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. Oh dear. I'm not sure if my microphone picked that up or not. I turned my input gain all the way down while I coughed. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Mummy! The boy shook free of my hold and was into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed toward me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful. Just wonderful. The tones of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know. Actually, there's something I need help with. My mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss? Which way back to the train station? Oh dear. Got herself lost. Oh dear. And it's now 20 minutes. Unfortunately, that means they won't know what will happen with her job. Why are they going to save it? Oh, apparently I had done it at some point. About 2 years ago then. Okay. 15 slots. But I'm gonna end this episode here now. I will probably actually continue this at some point in the future. But that's it for this episode of A Look At. I'm Hesmiyu. Goodbye.